Hey guys, in this video on my Summit NP2 and 22, I wanted to just take a minute to go over the box claims and critique their accuracy or their potential accuracy. While we're talking about accuracy, they're saying that it's got twice the accuracy of spring piston brake barrels. I don't think that's really true. I guess if you have a really badly made one, it could be twice as accurate compared to a really well-made gas piston. So I'm going to call BS on that one. Ideal for target shooting, I think that's probably correct if it's not formal target shooting. I don't really feel like it's quite accurate enough to be a real target rifle. Ideal for crows and squirrels, I would agree. Raccoons probably too, if you have good shot placement. You have 20 foot-pounds and a 22, that's enough to do in a raccoon. Built in America here. See address panel for details, and what that says is it's assembled in the USA from US and foreign parts, and that the scope is Chinese. So it's better than 100% Chinese, but that's a step in the right direction. I give them some trigger for that, or some credit for that. Trigger, clean brake trigger. I think that's right. It is pretty clean braking. It's heavy. They don't tell you that it's light, so they're not lying there. But I think what they tried to do was make it so that it's hard enough to pull that a little kid couldn't do it, but that it brakes cleanly so that an adult has a reasonable chance of accurate shots. This part, America's favorite air gun. If you go by sales numbers, I guess that's probably right. I would bet that Crosman outsells everybody else in America. If you go by what's actually a favorite of people who own more than one and in multiple price classes, I think it's probably false. Benjamin, Crosman, they're like the kind of like the entry level. This is a Benjamin, but it's kind of like an entry level Benjamin. I think Crosman should have kept the Benjamin stuff all high end, and this would have been a Crosman caliber gun. Now this one, I kind of don't like this at all. 20% more power than 177 caliber. That's just out and out false. It's not more powerful because it's a bigger caliber. If the pellet is moving the same speed as the smaller and lighter pellet, then that's true. But in this case, we've got an NP2 piston, and the gun makes about 20 foot-pounds, and it's 20 foot-pounds whether it's 177 or 22. Okay. Zoom back out here a little bit. Now on the side, let's see, what am I looking for here? Up to 1,100 feet per second. That's also false from a lot of testing that a lot of people have done. Even with the light lead-free pellets, they haven't been able to get to that speed. Maybe 1,000. You can generally take this, take the best case scenario, and then subtract 100 feet per second, and then it's probably about accurate. Now it's a 22 caliber, so with a reasonable weight lead pellet, maybe like a 14 grain, maybe you'll be, I don't know, 800 if you're lucky. And with the heavy pellet that it's probably going to shoot the best, maybe high 600s, low 700s. We'll see when I do my crony testing later. Yeah, that 20% more power because of 22 really kind of bothers me. Tail guides reduce friction and vibration. I have no reason to doubt that. All-weather stock, that's true. Two-stage adjustable trigger, that's true. Precision machine piston for smooth cocking and firing, that's true. Recoil arrest virtually eliminates secondary recoil. I think that's true also. Recoil's not so bad. Now this, 950 if it's a gas piston, 1100 if it's a nitro piston. They've got a certain model in mind, but whether there's nitrogen or just ambient air, whatever is in the gas piston, that in itself doesn't change the velocity really. Nitro piston 2 guns shoot up to 15% faster than standard gas pistons. The one I'm thinking of now is like in a Beam and RX2. That's going to shoot at least this fast. And that's just regular air that's compressed in there. So, false. More accuracy. Now here they talk about something that they're actually backing it up with something. Friction and vibration are vastly reduced. That's true. With new patent pending technologies. I'm sure it's already patented now. But it is smoother cocking. It feels like less friction, so I would tend to believe that. I can't prove it one way or the other, but I tend to believe it. And this, they're not really defining standard gas pistons. Does that mean the original nitro piston by Crosman, or does it mean somebody else's gas piston, like an entry-level one, or what does it mean? And then we get over here to a game chart. Again, they're not defining gas piston. They're not saying which one, so this is really sketchy. Anyone who's looking at this box thinking they're gonna, I have no doubt that you could kill a raccoon at 40 yards with it. Maybe even with the chest shot if you place your pellet right. 60 yards on a squirrel, highly doubtful you're gonna hit a squirrel at 60 yards with this gun. It's a pretty small target, and it's not a match grade accuracy air gun. That's not to say it's bad, but just, let's have reasonable expectations. You're not going to even see a squirrel at 60 yards most of the time. At least not a tree squirrel like this. Maybe a ground squirrel out in the desert out west, but that's kind of a different story. So this is just a bunch of crap if you ask me. Alright, let's get back a little bit. Specs. Okay, 26 foot-pounds of energy. Not unless you're counting the detonation when you have too much oil in the compression chamber. That's not realistic. Realistic is 20 to 21. 950 with lead pellet, even with a lightweight lead pellet, it's not going to shoot that fast. So a lot of this marketing is just a bunch of BS, and it looks good, but I wish they wouldn't do that. I wish they would be a little more honest. So that's the end of part 1 of my review. I'll see you guys in the other parts, and thanks for watching. Give me a like if you like it, or a dislike if you disliked it. See you soon. Bye.